Hi, this video is to show you how to use the Casio CG50 with the distribution menu to work out probabilities for the binomial distribution and a few problems related to that. Okay, so we've got here a question where we've been given x is a discrete random variable that's binomially distributed with the number of trials is 20 and the probability of success is 0.4. So I'll just put N and P on there just so we're clear. And then we've got various probabilities to find out. So we'll look at the calculator. So you want to go down quite far until you can see distribution menu, which is menu I. Okay, and then execute. All right, and we pick binomial. And then this is where we put in key information. So the first probability we've got is an equals, x equals 5. So you can see that the tail is currently set to x equals. At the bottom, so F1, F2, etc., that changes what kind of probability we're looking at. Okay, so I'll put it back to the equals. We want it to be x equals 5, so x is 5, that's good. The number of trials is 20. So we put those on, and the chance of success is 0.4, which is already on there. And then we just press execute, and it draws the distribution for us. We can see that the probability is 0.746. Now, the problem with this lovely calculator, the only problem is that it truncates numbers rather than rounding them. So if you have to report to 3 significant figures, read the instructions at the top of the calculator. It says options F1 to view. So options F1 lets us see the value more exactly. So we can see that this one would indeed round to 0.0746. So I'm going to write that down. 0.0746. Okay, right. So our next calculation, I'll exit that. Our next calculation is for x is less than or equal to 5. Now we don't have to go back to the setup menu. You can see that because we pressed options, we've got lots of different probability options here. So we want the less than or equal to, which is the one that's shaded at F2. So we press F2 and it's automatically still on the same x value of 5. So I'm just going across. I'm going to press edit again so I can see the value 0.126 if I round that. Okay. Right, so exit that. So this time we want to do a greater than or equal to 10. So I just choose my F4 for the tail there. So I've got greater than or equal to. I need to change that number to be 10. And it works out the probability for me. So I think I can round that anyway. So 0.245. Okay, now my next one says greater than 7, but if you look at these buttons at the bottom, none of them have greater than on its own. They only have greater than or equal signs. So then we have to think a little bit. So greater than 7 is the same as the probability that x is. Let's just think about it, 7, 8, 9, etc. So it means greater than or equal to 8. So on the calculator, you keep the greater than or equal to and you type in 8 and it gives us our probability 0.584. Okay, now we have an in-betweeny one. So again, if you look at the bottom, you can see there's an in-betweeny one at F3. So I'm going to press F3 and my lower number is going to be 8. And my upper number is going to be 12. So I enter those and we get my probability. I'm going to view it this time. So 0.563. Okay, now you'll notice on the next one we have an in-betweeny one, but this one isn't or equal to, so we have to rewrite that. So let's just think 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. So we want to have bigger than 5 and less than or equal to 10. So we change that to say 6 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 10. So on the calculator we just change, so exit. we're just going to move the cursor along and change our numbers. So we've got 6 and then across to 10. Execute, and let's have a look. So we've got 0.747. Okay, so now this question says, which is the most likely value of x? So that's the one with the greatest probability. So we can see on our graph that it's this one in the middle. So I think it's in the middle of 6 and 8. So let's just check I've got the right bar there by typing in, oh, we've got 8 already automatically typed, and it's highlighted that highest bar. So if it had a different one in there, that's okay. We can see that we'd have to count 6, 7, 8. So I guess 8, and just check, yeah, that highest bar is highlighted. So the most likely value of x is 8 because it has the biggest probability. Okay, and then this is slightly different. So find the largest value of x so that the probability of getting less than equal to that number is less than a half. Okay, so we need to change to the less than or equal to's, and then we can see that less than or equal to 8 is more than a half. So we could just guess, or what we do is we change the probability to be 0.5. So that's just a bit over. So we can see that's too big, but this usually gives us the one that's just above. So let's try 7, and now we can see this probability is less than a half. 7 is the biggest number where that probability is still less than a half. So we put x is 7.